The Milky Way is a tremendous structure in space containing billions of stars and trillions of planets. In their turn, these objects are surrounded by gigantic clouds of interstellar dust and scorching hot gas streams. All these components make up the bizarre and fascinating picture called galaxy. And today, we invite you on an exciting journey across it. Set material in space in motion, creating tremendous currents and vortices. According to calculations, some of them can reach speeds of up to 50 kilometers per second, and their size can be greater than the solar system. Also, in some areas of the nebula, thin strands stretching for several light years have been detected, consisting of relatively cool molecular hydrogen, without mixtures of methane, ethane and water. Further out, we will see that the central region of the Orion Nebula is enveloped in a vast cloud of cooler, denser gas. The cloud of bright stars and the luminescence of ionized hydrogen intricately intertwine here, creating a beautiful multicolored curtain of light. Hidden behind it are hundreds of space objects, invisible in the optical range. But the infrared cameras of today's telescopes allow us to see through the veil of interstellar matter. By combining data from different sources, astronomers have discovered about 700 protostars at different stages of evolution within this region. Their concentration is noticeably lower than in the central part of the nebula due to the lower degree of gravitational compression of the interstellar gas. The absolute majority of these objects are very young by space standards and are still in the process of formation. According to modern concepts of stellar evolution, new stars form during gradual gravitational compression of large clouds of interstellar gas. Typically, as a result of this process, giant nebulae split up into a number of closely grouped gravity centers, which soon turn into protostars. Such clusters are called stellar nurseries, or more scientifically, regions of star formation. At a certain point, the internal pressure of the compressed gas compensates for the gravitational forces, bringing the protostar to a state of temporary equilibrium. The remaining material swirls into a giant vortex disk, with some of it gradually absorbed by the future star, and the rest of it, by contrast, expelled far beyond the boundaries of the nascent system. The growing magnetic field of the young star also plays its part, as ionized particles accelerate through its field lines and then rapidly escape from the vicinity of the object. It has been calculated that such flows can reach speeds of up to several hundred kilometers per second. As they collide with the gas clouds surrounding them, they create large-scale vortices and hemispheres called Herbig-Haro objects. In the process, part of the kinetic energy dissipates into light and heat, giving these bizarre structures different colors. In addition, the ultra-fast motion affects the surrounding material, spreading shockwaves across it, which incidentally are also captured by telescopes. Since stellar nurseries contain many closely spaced protostars, each producing several gas emissions, it is not surprising that Herbig-Haro objects exhibit an amazing variety of shapes and colors. Clearly, being essentially the result of a major cosmic collision, they are highly unstable and variable. Herbig-Haro objects rapidly change color and shape, and typically disperse completely over several tens of thousands of years. During this time, they cover between 1 and 3 light years on an escape trajectory from their parent stars. About 400 such objects have been discovered so far, with their total number within the Milky Way estimated to be about 150,000. Perhaps one of the varieties of this awe-inspiring natural phenomenon is the bullets, hundreds of astronomical units in diameter, also detected in the Orion Nebula. Moving at incredible speeds, they easily pierce thinner hydrogen clouds, creating far-flung shockwaves in them. According to spectral analysis, the frontal parts of these objects contain atoms of iron that glow in the infrared. The bullets are estimated to be about 1,000 years old, and their origin is still a mystery. They supposedly originated from some catastrophic event. Moving on, we will soon find that the Orion Nebula is part of a much larger cosmic structure called the Orion Cloud. It stretches for hundreds of light years, accounting for virtually the entire constellation of Orion in the Earth's night sky. This is where the well-known Horsehead Nebula is located, remarkable for its bizarre shape. It is a dense dust cloud, about 3.5 light-years in diameter, clearly visible against background of a contrasting scarlet glow. Also close to the Orion Nebula, there is an impressive cosmic structure called the Barnard's Loop. This emission nebula, about 300 light-years in size, came into being about 3 million years ago, after a series of consecutive explosions of mutually close supernovae. After the shock-compressed gas jets mixed together, they produced a gigantic curved nebula, and the glow of several young stars, gathered in an open cluster, made it reddish in hue. For all its beauty, the Orion Nebula is a fragile and unstable object by the universe's standards. Stellar winds and pressure of light from many young stars, as well as gas emissions and turbulent vortices, constantly disperse its material in the surrounding space. The nebula has already lost about 60% of its original material, and in about 100,000 years it will be stripped of its remnants. In place of the shining multicolored cloud, there will remain an open star cluster similar to the Pleiades. For a time, the young stars forming it will move together, but eventually each will find its separate way through the vast expanse of the boundless galaxy around. Even in spite of the long years of observation equipment modernization, James Webb has clearly demonstrated that we still haven't seen the universe in all its diversity. Thanks to the images from the telescope, we found that even allegedly well-studied areas of the starry sky may prove to harbor new, amazing things to discover. The dark depths of space conceal countless mysteries. Who knows what we're to see there tomorrow? And whenever some of them are solved, they add to our knowledge about the universe around us. Are we to solve all its mysteries someday? Time will show.